And it seems to me that's the next thing that Jesus is saying. He's saying, hey, why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take that speck out of your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your eye? You hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye, then you will see clearly to remove the speck of dust in your brother's eye. I almost told you about this, Paul, because I was afraid you're going to find it and do something with it. But this is the picture that he's talking about. It helps sometimes to have spare random things laying around the church. So this is the picture. He is saying, you got this in your eye. So if you've got this in your eye, how can I see to remove anything from anyone else's eye? So let's just think about the picture. So what can I take away from the fact that he says, I got a plank, you got sawdust? How should that help me with my perspective? Worry about my sin before I worry about anyone else's. But also, to be humble, I need to see my sin as a bigger deal than anyone else's.
There's another word, love.
Yeah, we see it the other way, right? I'm going to give you this to you. You've got the plank.
So, when we idiot.
Right! Let me teach you with my great wisdom, because you've messed this all up, right? That's Ephesians 4:25, right? Speaking the truth in love. And that I'm coming to help. And so my attitude needs to be humility. Because what happens to us over time, or can happen to us over time, is what Carl just described. That sometimes we will come with this self-righteous attitude of, well, I've got my act together. You've got a drinking problem, an anger problem, or whatever problem. And here's what messes us up, is we think, I don't suffer with that problem, and so I've got my life together, and so I'm going to show you, little person that can't get things together, how to work this out. But Jesus set us up to think differently. How can you see to remove that speck, whatever it is, an attitude, an action, or whatever? How can you see to deal with that when you got a plank glaringly in your eye getting in the way? But notice he doesn't say, because you've got a plank, just don't deal with it at all. What did he say? Yeah, deal with your plank first. Deal with your sin. So he doesn't say your sin disqualifies you from helping someone else. He simply says, deal with your sin. Don't let it get in the way. And one of the best ways we can do that is to just be continually seeking to deal with our own sin. That's how we live humbly.